Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Melinda. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of Wet n Wild makeup. I am so excited to do this video. So I actually did a poll on my Instagram asking whether I should do a full face of e.l.f. or a full face of Wet n Wild, but I was like on my way to Target right then and needed to know like really fast. And it was 50-50 when I got to Target, so I asked Brian and he picked Wet n Wild just because he thought the name was funny. So I went with Wet n Wild, and then once I got home, it was like 70-30 for e.l.f. So everyone actually wanted e.l.f. So now I feel really bad, but I already bought all this stuff. And I'm really excited about this video because I actually found some really good products that I totally forgot that Wet n Wild had, and I've heard good things about them. So I'm excited, and I am gonna make a full face of e.l.f. So that will be coming soon, hopefully, but I'm definitely gonna do it. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in seeing that, or if you were one of the people that voted for e.l.f. And I'm sorry, but okay, anyways. So here's my bag of makeup. And I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out so I'm not like digging in the bag. So one second. Okay, so the first thing I got is this cucumber, it says 3-in-1 primer water. So it's, I'm not doing good at this already. Okay, so the first thing I got is this Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 primer water. So it says prep, set, and refresh. So I got this so I didn't have to buy a primer and a setting spray because honestly I don't typically wear either. So I didn't want to like buy a bunch of extra products. But I got this. I do have dry skin, so I didn't want to get like a mattifying primer. I hate matte foundations. Oh my gosh, I literally can smell the cucumber already just from freaking like ripping the plastic off. That's amazing. I love the smell of cucumber. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I'm scared. Ooh, that I feel like is going to be a good mister. Okay. Interesting. When you actually spray it, like I can smell the cucumber, but it also smells like almost stale or like cardboard or something. Like there's something mixed in with the cucumber that's kind of weird. It smells stronger before you spray it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, well now my face is soaking wet. It does feel fine. I guess it's kind of refreshing. We'll see. I'm actually gonna do my eyes first. So this can have a little bit of time to actually like sink in, and I'll let you know if I feel like it's actually like hydrating my skin or doing anything. So I got this eyeshadow palette. It's called Not a Basic Peach. Very cute. I've never tried this before. By the way, I have not tried any of these products except the lip product that I'm going to use. So this is also like a full face of first impressions. So that's kind of cool. So I got the eyeshadow palette open and it looks like this. It's really pretty. I'm really excited. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I think I'm going to try and do a little bit more of an intense look with this eyeshadow because it would be really easy for these shadows to perform with a really minimal look in my opinion. So I kind of want to like test them a little bit more and try and do a little bit of a deeper like smokier eye. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to use this Photo Focus concealer. Oh, that's it. I sounded like there was more of that sentence, but there wasn't. So this is, I'm a mess. Okay. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Photo Focus concealer, and this is in the shade Light Ivory. And actually, I do feel like maybe I've tried this before, but I know I didn't like it, but I've heard really good things about it, so I'm curious if maybe they updated the formula. Maybe I should have opened everything before I started. Oh, I do want to say one thing. I'm pretty sure all of Wet n Wild is cruelty-free, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that's kind of nice. This does seem like it's different. It was pretty janky last time I tried it, so it still counts as a first impression too, right? Am I washed out? Oh. I better freaking not be washed out, bro. I do feel like that covered like the redness on my eyelid pretty well. I'm gonna blend this side out with the brush. Just out of laziness, not because I'm trying different techniques. Okay, so now I'm going to set that with this pressed powder. Oh my gosh, I totally lied. I've tried a couple of these products. I'll tell you what I haven't tried though. I have tried this powder. So it's a Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder in the shade. Is there a shade? I don't think there's a shade. But I haven't tried this for like setting my eyes or anything. I've only tried it for setting my full face. So we're gonna try it for this because I don't have a loose powder. As long as it'll get rid of the tackiness on my concealer, I'm good. I do feel like I'm having to use a lot of this, but this isn't really what it's for either. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna go in with the first shade in this palette. It's a transition shade because I know that's gonna kick up a lot easier and be more powdery. And I'm gonna set my whole eye with that. I'm really excited to try this eyeshadow palette. I've never tried this before. Okay, I think I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this little orangey shade in my crease. That was extremely pigmented. I actually wasn't expecting that much pigment out of that shade. Next, I'm gonna go in with this slightly deeper shade. Now I'm gonna go in with this top transition shade and just blend over everything. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with this deepest shade. This is the one I'm kind of nervous about. I'm nervous it's not gonna be very pigmented, but I'm hopeful because I really wanna be able to deepen this look up. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of a denser packing brush and I'm gonna use that with this dark brown shade. I did this in quite a bit because I'm honestly kind of expecting it to not be super pigmented. Holy crap, I was wrong. Oh man, dang. Dude, okay, that's like insane. So I filmed another video using a ColourPop palette that had a shade exactly like this one, and it was not this pigmented. I don't know if that video is gonna go up before this one or not, but that's why I was expecting this to not be very pigmented. I am like so shocked right now. This is insane. Okay, well now I need to blend that out. So I'm gonna go in with this orange and I'm gonna kind of blend this out, hopefully. That was so much pigment. I'm so impressed with that. That's cool. Let's see what happens when I blend it out though. I may lose a lot of it. Okay, so it blended out really easily, but I also lost a lot of that pigment, so that's kind of weird. I'm gonna get more of that dark brown and pack a little bit more on since it all kind of blended away. And then back in with my blending brush just to smooth out these lines. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same steps to my other eye. Okay, so first of all, I am so impressed with this palette already. The fact that the mattes in this palette were so blendable and so pigmented, I'm like kind of blown away. This palette was only $4. That's insane. So next I'm gonna go in with this gold shade and I'm just gonna apply that to the inner half of my lid with my finger. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know if that's showing off on camera the way it is in person, but that was so pigmented just on the first swipe. Pretty. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this middle like berry shade and I'm gonna use that to kind of go in between. Okay, this is like super chunky. That's weird. I'm gonna use this shade though to go in between this deeper shade and that gold we just put down. That's weird. It almost like seems like it doesn't have a base pigment and it's all just balling up. It just seems like it's almost like chunky glitter, but it's not. It's just like chunky pigment. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of purpliness. I really hope this is showing up on camera. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. I'm gonna start with that gold on my inner corner. That's so freaking pretty. I love the way my eyes are looking. All right, so now the reason I did my eyes first is because I do have a little bit of fallout, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up, and then I'll be right back for foundation. Okay, so next for foundation, I'm a little bit nervous about this. So I did pick up the foundation stick because I've heard really good things about this, and I have tried their other foundation, this one, and I hate it. It makes my skin look so gross. I don't understand how so many people like this foundation, but I have heard good things about this one, so I have high hopes for it. However, I'm very nervous about the shade. So when I went to go look at the shades, they all looked the exact same in the tube. Like from lightest to deepest, they all looked the exact same when I was looking at them. So I didn't know what to do, and I was nervous. I do have a little bit of a tan, so I wanted to make sure my face wouldn't be super, super white. So I picked up one. This is in the shade Soft Beige. So it was definitely on the warmer side. Let's just go ahead and start. I've also never used a foundation stick before, so I'm a little nervous. Okay. That's interesting. First of all, this looks like kind of peachy. That's interesting. I don't know how much to use. I'm going to start with that and just do this side of my face and see how I feel, because I'm a little bit nervous. I don't think this undertone is very good for me. I don't know if it looks like it does on camera, how it's looking in person, but. So right off the bat, that blended in so nicely. I really love the formula and consistency of that foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and add more. I do feel like this undertone is a little bit like peachy pink on me. I have a yellow undertone in my skin, so I also do feel like you need a little bit more of this product to actually cover your whole face, so. It's super, super easy to blend in. I didn't really know what to expect with a stick foundation. Like I said, this is my first time using one. I thought it would be like extremely stiff and like really, really hard to blend in. Okay, this is seriously looking so good on my skin. Like, I am very impressed with this. Wow, I definitely want to do a close-up of my skin outside too in natural lighting so you can really see the detail. But that looks so good. Oh my gosh, I'm really freaking excited about that. Wow. But okay, so now that I know that this shade is actually accurate to the way that it looks in the little tube, that shade range is like so confusing. They all look exactly like this, except the very lightest one and the very deepest one. It looks like there's no variation at all. So that's kind of weird. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this concealer. I have high hopes for this. I'm kind of excited. It did a really good job on my eyelids. I'm just going to start with that, and I blend concealer out with my finger, so I'm going to do it the same way I normally do. I don't know that this shade would work when I'm at my fairest, though. I do have a tan right now, and it's looking pretty nice, but this is the lightest shade, so that means I wouldn't have a shade when I am more fair than this. That's really pretty. It feels like really thin, which I like because I've mentioned in my other videos that I don't like really heavy concealers because it does not take much for my under eyes to crease. So now I'm just setting it with this pressed powder. I was hoping it wouldn't deepen up this concealer anymore, and it doesn't seem like it is. I would definitely recommend getting a loose powder for this though. I love that concealer. I need to do my other eye. If this makeup will actually last all day, I'm gonna poop my pants. Wow. That is so freaking cool. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line. Oh frick, I meant to do my eyeliner before. That's okay. I'm just gonna take this orange shade first, and then I'm gonna take that deeper shade and just make it look like pretty smoky. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna take this shade and this one, because this one is a little bit more like deep and burnt orange, and this one's kind of more of a vibrant orange, and I don't want it to be too warm. And I'm going to be very careful with this because I realize that these shadows have a lot of fallout. This is so freaking pretty. I'm so happy. This turned into like a super fall look, which I'm not mad at. This is so beautiful. So now I actually am going back in with that more warm orange and just kind of blending out the bottom of that because it's like super deep and I want it to match the top. Oh, frick, that came down really far. Oh, man. Okay, so I want to try this eyeliner. I am nervous because if it doesn't look good, I'm going to potentially mess up my whole look. But also, these products have been, like, pleasantly surprising me. So I'm kind of hopeful that this is going to look good. I'm not going to do a crazy wing. I'm just going to, this feels like kind of goopy and like thick, almost like a gel, not as much like a liquid, which is interesting because this is a liquid liner. So this is their liquid liner in this shade, I think just black. Yeah, black. And I'm literally just going to line my lash line with this. You guys, that liner was really good. I will say though that I feel like it's really easy for an eyeliner to work really well initially, and then it can dry out by like the second or third use. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I am not setting my face. I don't set my foundation, and this foundation honestly kind of set itself a little bit. It's definitely still a little bit tacky, but I like my foundation to be that way. I don't set my normal everyday foundations because, like I said, my skin is very dry. So I like it to still look like skin and still feel like skin and still be like very comfortable and kind of have more of a natural slash like dewy finish. So this is the mascara that I'm going to be using. It is the Mega Volume Mascara. This was the cheapest one. There was another one that was like double the price of this one, but I wanted to try their cheapest one and see if like this one would still be good. So it was only $3. Okay, I see another spot where that liner transferred. So that's not good. I have a tiny little dot right there. I don't know if you can tell. I love the color of this. That is so freaking cute. I hope this works good. That would be sick. Oh, I'm excited. It's not looking good so far. Like no product is coming out. Literally the one product I say I'm excited for and it's like doing nothing. Okay, so basically, yeah, this mascara isn't working. I am going to go in and try and do a couple more coats, but just not a lot of product is coming off onto my eyelashes. And I need, like, I don't have long lashes, so I like to really kind of like cake on the mascara to make it look like my lashes are more full and longer than they are. So I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and try and see if I can get more layers to build up. As of now though, it's just coming off like very natural. It's just pretty much just tinting my eyelashes. So if you like that, then this mascara would be good. But that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so I put maybe 3 or 4 layers on of this mascara and I don't like it. I feel like it's like not showing up and it's just too much hassle. I would rather a mascara that I can build up in like 2 layers and be done with it. So yeah, and I feel like the more I add, like it's not really doing much at all. So I don't even know if you could build this up even if you did sit here and continue to work at it. So now moving on to my bronzer, I'm going to be using this bronzer. It's in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I feel like I've heard good things about this bronzer. I can't remember for sure though. I've never tried it, so I'm very excited. So to apply this bronzer, I'm just using this little e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm just going to stipple this on because I didn't set my foundation, so I don't want it to get patchy. This is pretty. I was nervous it was going to be too warm. It looked like really warm and almost orangey in the pan. I am having to build it up a little bit, which I don't mind because I can tend to have a little bit of a heavy hand with bronzer, and if you put too much on, you can't take it back. So I would rather like be able to add more if I need it. Yeah, that's super pretty. I really love that bronzer. So for brows, I have the retractable brow pencil in the shade medium brown. I normally use taupe in pretty much every brow pencil I've ever used. I always get the shade taupe, and they didn't have a taupe. So I'm kind of nervous. I didn't really know what to get. It has like a little triangle shape at the top. Oh wow. That's like really soft and creamy. I like that. I hate when a brow pencil is so hard. It like doesn't even give you any pigment at first. The front of my brows is what I always have trouble with. I like it to be more like hair-like strokes, and I sometimes struggle to get that with like a pencil. All right, that's pretty good. I think I really like this brow pencil. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera, and then I'll be right back. I really like that brow pencil. That was like so nice. I'm not very good with that shape, so I like struggled a little bit, but the actual formula and product itself is really good, and the color was absolutely spot on. This is blowing my mind. All right, so next for blush, I'm gonna be using this Wet n Wild color icon. Why do I say it's all Wet n Wild, obviously? Okay, this is in the shade Pearlescent Pink. And it's like, oh, sorry, let me show you. It's like a, I don't know colors. You can see it. Ooh, pretty. These blushes are a little bit more like powdery, but it's all good. That's pretty though. I like that. Okay. The part I am probably most excited for, actually second most excited for, because I'm probably the most excited for the lips. But thing I'm second most excited for is this freaking highlighter. I have never tried Wet n Wild highlighters, and if you watch any videos on Wet n Wild, the highlights are always like everyone's favorite. This is in the shade Precious Petals, and I am like seriously dying to try this. I can't wait as soon as I can get it open. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Where's my brush? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to use this little e.l.f. highlighting brush. This for highlighter. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm so excited. Ooh, so pretty. Did you guys see that? That was so pretty. I'm just like, oh, I always do cream highlighters and with my fingers, so this is like so crazy. What an experience. This is so beautiful. I can't stop doing it. Okay, stop. All right, I'm actually gonna use this as my inner corner highlighter too. Oh my gosh, that was so pretty. Wow. I wanna cry. Oh my gosh, I'm glad that I have this actually, because I didn't have an inner corner highlight shade. Okay, and for my brow bone, because I can't be stopped. Yes. You guys, seriously? I'm just kidding. Okay, that was really pretty though. All right, last but not least, Wet n Wild's lip products are absolutely phenomenal. It's insane. I don't understand how they're so cheap. They're literally like $1. Anyways, so what I'm not going to be using, but I'm going to show you because this is the one that's like the cheapest and it's phenomenal, is it's the Mega Last Lip Color. These are like the matte ones though. So this is like a fiery reddish orange shade. Look. It's so freaking pretty and they last so long on the lips. I literally think this is $2. Like, it's bonkers. So this is in the shade, oh my gosh, it matches my nails like perfectly. Cool. 970 Purty Persimmon / Reflet Orange. That's weird. I'll type it in the description because that makes no sense. Or I'll put it on the screen, one of the two. Actually, this could be like kind of cool with my fall look, but I'm not going to do it. But I also have this other shade, Mauve Out of Here. And this one is so pretty too. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love that color. What I'm actually going to use is one of these liquid cat suits, and these are the High Shine lipsticks, and they are so freaking pretty. I'm obsessed with them. So I'm going to mix these two nude shades that I have. The darker one is in the shade Send Nudes, and the lighter one is in the shade Caught You Bare Naked. Oh, these are so good. I'm like in love. It's so good. These are like so creamy. They're not like long lasting obviously because they are creamy, but if you got one of the lipsticks and put that down first, I bet it would make this last longer. I don't mind that it doesn't last longer. I'm into super like glossy lips right now. Ooh, there's a freaking hair, bro. That's probably mine. But I wear these all the time. Over like every lipstick. Like I'll put that over a MAC lipstick, like a really expensive lipstick, and I put a freaking like $4 Wet n Wild gloss on top. They're so good. So I'm just putting that lighter shade in the middle. Phenomenal. So lastly, I'm just going to spray my face, which I'm a little bit nervous for because I never set my face, but I'm going to do it for the sake of the video. You're welcome. Oh, frick, that just spit on my face, bro. Oh! Okay. Oh, wow. That does feel kind of nice, though. Maybe I'll start setting my face. Okay. I'm going to go and fix my bangs and my hair a little bit, and then I'll be right back to tell you my final thoughts. So juicy. Okay, you guys, so now for my overall thoughts. You probably already know, but I am completely obsessed. I was not expecting to love everything as much as I did, and I did not expect everything to perform as well as it did. So first of all, just like an overall kind of recap of my skin looks so amazing. Like, and I do not say that about pretty much any foundation ever. Like, I hate foundation. That is the reason I use the exact same foundation in every single one of my videos, because I'm so picky. Because every foundation looks very heavy and like powdery and cakey on my skin, and this doesn't. Like, it looks just as good as my Milani foundation, except this is half the price. I think this is $5. My Milani one is 10 or 11. So that is insane. It literally looks like just like my skin on my face. I'm like, I just love it. Okay, so let me just recap on everything. I'm gonna like briefly go through all of the products. This little spray, I love it. I really like the spray. I felt like it kind of spit on me once, but other than that, it's really nice. It's like really powerful, but it feels good. My skin doesn't feel like dried out. I definitely do feel like it improved the look of the foundation, which I also have never noticed a setting spray actually improve the look of the foundation. So that's really awesome. I'm very impressed with that. Foundation stick, I just said I loved it. I am definitely going to use that a lot more. This Wet n Wild concealer, I am so surprised that I love this. I'm so picky with concealers. Literally every single concealer creases in my under eyes, and this one did not. And it's been probably 30 minutes since I applied it now, and it still hasn't creased. Like, it looks so good. My under eyes just like look so dried out and wrinkly so easily, and it looks amazing. This powder, I just kind of used it to set my concealer, so it was pretty good. I don't set my whole face though, so I'm not really sure. I do know that a lot of people love this powder if you do want one to set your whole face. Like, Kathleen Lights loves this powder. Let's see. Oh my gosh, the eyeshadow palette, y'all already saw, but I was so shocked with how pigmented this color was in particular. Like I said, I used a ColourPop palette that is twice the price of this one, and it didn't perform as well as far as pigment goes. I will say that sometimes when you're blending it, you kind of blend the color away almost, and you have to add more, but I was able to add more and layer it, and it didn't get like choppy and weird. So awesome palette. The only shade I didn't like was this little like berry glittery shade. It was just super chunky and weird. I didn't like that. The bronzer, I loved it. It was just like a little bit, you just had to build it up a little bit, but it wasn't bad. The blush, I do like it. It's a little bit powdery, and I'm not like the biggest blush fan, but it is nice. It was a really pretty shade. The highlighter, it was so beautiful. It was just as amazing as everyone said it was. And I do feel like spraying my face afterwards made this look more like a cream highlighter, which is amazing because sometimes powder highlights can look a little bit like just overly powdery on my skin, and I don't love it. But it looks really nice. I love the highlighter. The eyeliner, it was good, but I don't know, I just have a feeling it might like dry out quickly or like be a little bit weird, but it worked so far, so I'm not going to say that it will do that because all these other products have proved me wrong, so it might not. The mascara, I hated it. I don't like this at all. It's not the type of mascara that I will use or that I prefer, so I'm not going to use this again. I don't like that at all. The lipsticks, you already know, I love these. I've talked about them in another video, and I own these. I owned these prior to the video, and I use them all the time. They are my absolute favorite lip products, actually. So yeah, I think that's it. The only thing that I really disliked was the mascara, and that's pretty good. All of these products were under 10, not under 10. I think they are 5 or below. That is insane. Like, you can find the most like awesome products that perform just as good as higher end products, but for a cheaper price at the drugstore. That's like really amazing. So yeah, overall, I'm extremely impressed with this brand as a whole and all the products that I used. And I absolutely love the way my makeup turned out. I'm excited to wear this for the rest of the day, and I do think I'm gonna do a wear test. So I will be checking back in with you guys tonight. And we're gonna see how long this will last. So I'm excited. I am gonna go outside and take a little bit of videos in natural lighting so you guys can see what this looks like a little bit better. Okay, so this is my makeup in natural lighting, and I feel like it looks even prettier out here than it did in the room, which I'm kind of pissed. I wish I could have just like filmed out here for the whole time, but you guys, this is seriously so pretty. Like this, the eye look, I think especially looks even better out here. It was looking a little bit washed out in the other room, and I think it's like so pretty. It's such a fall look. I'm so excited that I like tried this palette out and ended up with this look. But yeah, so let me see if I can like get closer to my skin. I'm a little nervous. Okay, so hopefully you can see my skin a little bit better. I do have like a smile line, like a little crease right here that every foundation settles into. But overall, I feel like my skin looks so pretty. Like my skin isn't flawless by any means, but this foundation doesn't make it look like really heavy and powdery and gross. So I am like so excited. Oh yeah, my eyebrows. They're looking a little bit blocky in the front. A little intense, but that's okay. You guys. Okay, so I just got home and it is almost 8:30, so I've had this makeup on for exactly 8 hours now. So I just wanted to give you guys my final thoughts on all this makeup. A little bit ago, maybe like 4 hours after applying my foundation, I did feel like it was looking a little bit powdery on my chin and then around my cheek area. Now my cheeks, I did apply a little bit more powder products than what I'm used to, so I really want to try out that foundation again with more cream based products and then see how I feel. And then as far as my chin goes, I just took the setting spray or like the refreshing spray and I resprayed my face to see if that would help, and it really didn't. What are you doing? Stop it! Stop!
Continue.
Anyways, so I didn't really feel like the refreshing spray really worked.
You just edit me out, right?
No, and it's too close to my face. Thanks. So anyways, back to what I was saying, guys. I didn't really feel like the refreshing...
No.
Stop it! You're ruining my video.
I'm making it great.
Yeah, you're pretty cute.
Like Donald Trump.
Okay, anyways, so I didn't really feel like the refreshing spray did much. My face still kind of felt like powdery. Stop! He's dancing in the doorway. I can't focus. But I didn't really feel like it made my make the powderiness go away very much. But oh, one thing I did want to say about the foundation, by the way, I still love it and I'm definitely going to use it again. But one thing I was really excited about was that normally foundations will crease right here in my nose like really badly or just settle really weird. This one did not at all. It looks like so smooth and I was very excited about that. So let me take my glasses off and see what the eyeshadow looks like. Okay, so I feel like the eyeshadow literally looks the exact same. The brow pencil lasted really, really well. Maybe it just faded a little bit in the inner corners, but all the pigment on my eyes are still there. I did thicken up my wing just a little bit. I don't know if you can see a close-up of my makeup. So it kind of seems like some of the foundation may have rubbed off a little bit. It's hard to tell. And then maybe right here too from like me touching my face. But overall it looks really good. And honestly, I can't even notice those little imperfections that the camera is picking up. Like when I'm just looking in the mirror, I don't see that really at all. It looks really good. I am very impressed with this. So I definitely am again, excited about this foundation. I'm definitely going to use it again. Honestly, everything. I'll say that I do feel like the bronzer and the blush faded almost completely. I don't really see it on my face at all anymore. The highlight is definitely still there though, so that did last. So the foundation, the highlight, and the eyeshadow, the eyeliner, the brow pencil all lasted extremely well. The mascara I just didn't like from the beginning. Oh yeah, the concealer looked awesome. It did not crease at all, so I'm super excited about that too. The lip product, of course, wore off. But yeah, so those are my final thoughts. And I'm really excited about all these products overall. I was very impressed with them, especially considering for most, if not all of them, were under $5. So yeah, so that's it for me, you guys. Those are my final thoughts. And I definitely recommend most of those products. Wet n Wild is amazing. I was extremely impressed, and I know I'm going to keep using a lot of those. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bye.